Welcome back to a raw video in Comic Studio, and I just totally put in a round of sedans and a wagon over here, such as the Panamera over here, and especially that I just added for some kind of cars from my files. These are the real life cars, such as like anything as well. Nothing like this, such as the Mercury Grand Marquis and the Cadillac DTS. Because of the Grand Marquis has just covered his mouth, but almost the entire face, isn't it? But half of the face was covered by this car. It was the Mercury Grand Marquis anyway. And the whole face was being covered by Chevy Impala, like the old-fashioned 2007 Chevy Impala, including a Buick LaCrosse, who has almost covered the entire face itself to prevent like this. Even though there must be a little bit more, there must be a CB Fricknob or Fricknob. He's gonna be behind the wheel of the Ford Edge. He won't be able to be driving like this. Since I absolutely seen this, I remember that face of the CB face over here. And even though there is right behind of the Ford Edge is Owen. And of course that array of blaze could behind the wheel of a Porsche Panamera. And especially like the Chrysler 300 as well. For some times that I just made the last video that I just pretty uploaded as well. And there's more. Could not even to pretty look like this. There are terraforminators everywhere. And especially like the Devil Cookie was completely afraid of. That Cake Roll Cookie versus the Terraforminator from Gnomeo and some other kinds of else as well. From the movie as well. Since back in over 10 years ago. And since that wasn't going to be for it as well. So the Terraforminator will be hauled by trailer. But now it hauled by a Ford Super Duty from the late 2000s. Of course, beyond the truck wheels as well. It must be the Ford F350 Power Stroke 6.0 liter. The 6-liter truck that hauls a Terraforminator. And could be the Terraforminator squads like this. Including like anything as well. The Terraforminator army, and goes around here for these. Of course, that must be Terraforminators around here like anything as well. And so, let's go in to the highlights of something else. The highlights of German or else. And still more to come as well. In CS User's Obsession Comic Studio, I constructed everything like the Bravado advertisement from Grand Theft Auto 5. In Grand Theft Auto series, there must be for some kind of Bravado Bisons, Bravado Banshees, Buffaloes, and Gauntlet. Even though there must be for some other kinds of people, like anything else. And almost everything it does for around here, like anywhere. So I wouldn't able to be supposed to be trying to showing this whatsoever around here, like going all the way up here for some sort of light here, and it says, "This is America. Our skies burn bright," especially in the fires that I just going to show this as well. So let me see for around here for start of this thing as well. So this is America. Our fires burn bright, especially in the trash barrels that keep people warm, or after a rival, or after a riot because there's no jobs. America is hurting. We're at each other's throats, like whenever it does. Wondering if this country ever came back from the abyss, while the bankers loot the coffers. The thing about steel, it's hot and cold at the same time like a woman. The Lady Happiness. We made the problems and we're solving them together because we're in this together, which is why it's only right you're paying for the mistakes we made together. Subpar cars, and entitled executives. Together we're holding on to a dream, and that dream is luxury, which is actually going to be for some kind of golden cheese kingdom. Even the lost golden city, we're technologized everywhere for digitalized, like anywhere, including for some kind of vehicles. And a gas guzzling luxury car created a nation that's 95% condemned around here. I just totally made that thing as well for some kind of on the roads. And that will be the entire Dodge commercial would absolutely to do this as well. And so on, we don't want to speak like anything whenever it does. And so, that we wouldn't able to be, that we haven't forgotten what America wants. And that will be hunk of overpriced cars like these that can go fast and get you vapid cars like these. Bravado. Together we stand, together we fall. And that will be it as the Dodge commercial. Let's get back to Total Drama Island Comic Studio. And we're beginning for just, even though that will be pretty long video though. In the past few videos around 2 days ago, I just create a video called German or Else, which is absolutely recreated from anything beyond for just one thing as well. It was a game called Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus, and I definitely sing this whatsoever to be learn about German language. Even though the start of the show that cheers loudly after for some kind of sponsor could be like this anyways, it won't be absolutely like this for sometimes as well. So the first answers, then second answers, and the third answer, the fourth answers have been constructed, including the ending as well that I just already construct like anything it goes. So started for this intro sequence was completed as well, and the host cookie for this thing as well. And this is not the last cookie standing. This is German or Else. Welcome back to round 3. Now is where it gets really exciting on America's #1 game show, as they yelled German or Else from their cookies by themselves as well, even though it was probably back in 2 video credits for around here, for 2 video cards are going to be up here for like this anyways. Okay, hands on your buzzers. Here we go with abstract nouns. And the round has been started. A super soldier has great strength, said the host. Strength is starka, said Clotted Cream Cookie. Correct. Good children must learn obedience. Obedience is Guahazim, said Clotted Cream Cookie once again. 700 points for Clotted Cream Cookie. Now Raspberry Cookie, you better get a move. So 2 answers have been completely constructed. Of course, that wouldn't be for so much as well, for sometimes as well. The army's power is unstoppable, said the host cookie. Power means Kraft. Outstanding, my boy, said that one. This fellow knows he's German, that's for sure. And this means Übermatch for Clotted Cream Cookie. If he's right again, he wins. And probably sure, this is absolutely for the final round. Until the final answer won't be that necessary as well. Until that I'm going to be clicking around here for just a Clotted Cream for round for just strategy as well. Breaking the speed limit is against the law before she absolutely tried to say she did actually for the mistake, just like the scene. Speed limit is Gesquindy Begenson. But I'm not very sure I added space around here for something as well. And that means the incorrect buzzer hits. And that means the wrong answer, that she was completely in trouble. Shut up, but that's not correct. Clotted Cream Cookie, speed limit is Gwehinjikate Skebrenzong. And it was the word called Gesquinjihate Begrenzong. could be the hardest word that you'll be saying this as well, since I already heard this for once and for all. Whoa, that sounds hard. And so the round ends that the final answer is completely hard as well. And that means the final answer would be so necessary as well. And so the final ending it does could be for around here. So Clotted Cream Cookie wins. That all because of her mistakes could be taken to re-education. But I definitely not sure that could be for on its way. That's the end of the round and the end of our game. Congratulations, Clotted Cream Cookie. Another 1,000 marks for you. I'm sorry, Raspberry Cookie, but you lost. Which means you go for 4 weeks too, and everybody yells re-educations that the crowd goes wild after its final answer as well. Remember, only 169 days left of English. Make sure you're prepared. And that's the end of the show. And would you probably going to be reposting this for some kind of like this anyways, to screenshot whenever it does, to make a parody comic about German or else. The link is going to be in description about the comic studio website to browse some comics whenever you want, or making itself a comic that yourself to sign in for. You'll be signing in to make a comic to be required first before you might going to be enjoy something like it else. Don't upload inappropriately for some kind of posts. And that was the end of the video as well. And probably thanks for watching. I'll be gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. So make sure you're prepared to be signed in for Microsoft Edge, since that Google was probably announcing a little bit later on, until it was not still happening around here for this entire browsering app. So thanks again, and have a nice day whenever you want.